All right, so I already tried recording this once, but I forgot to turn my mic on. So yeah, that usually happens. Usually when I get back from class or something or off work, I get super excited to make a video, end up making the whole video, go to edit it and realize, yeah, there's no sound. So this isn't my first time reading this or anything, but let's just get into it. So it starts off with good afternoon. Since the global launch of Duet Night Abyss, we have truly been moved by your warm support and active participation. Thank you for your attention and love for our game. At the same time, we are fully aware that the global launch version has fallen short in many aspects and failed to deliver the ideal experience you deserve. For this, we sincerely apologize. Through social media communities, customer service, and in-game surveys, we have carefully collected and reviewed your feedback. We are genuinely grateful for every valuable suggestion you have provided. In this Luno's Bulletin, we'll address some of the most common concerns and questions. So moving on with the first one, a big point of contention for the community, mobile graphics and controls. We've received extensive feedback on mobile visual quality and control experience. Thank you. After internal review, we plan to roll out the following optimizations. But first, by the end of November, improve dynamic resolution, specifically enhancing clarity in Armory interface via online update. Second, in the next client update, details to be announced via official channels, enlarge the UI that is currently too small on mobile, adjust Helix Jump on mobile by adding an optional Helix Jump button, enhance anti-aliasing and rendering resolution for better graphics, optimize the iSync to reduce lag, improve character lighting, texture precision, and material quality, upgrade scene lighting and material rendering, and add texture types. So all great things. For controls on mobile, I have heard people talk about wanting custom controls for mobile since there isn't any. So that's still something missing from here. But to my knowledge, this would take care of a lot of issues that people are having. Up next is new character and weapon acquisition details. Many of you have asked about obtaining new characters and Intron sources. Here's a clear breakdown using Psyche and Fina as examples. When Psyche is released, you can obtain her secret letter through the immersive theater. When Fina is released, she will be replaced Psyche in the immersive theater, while secret letter Psyche moves to Nocturnal Echoes. One existing character's secret letter in Nocturnal Echoes will then be moved to the exchange shop. As more characters join, secret letter Psyche will eventually move to the exchange shop after about 3.5 versions. Before that, it will remain available in Nocturnal Echoes. Same applies to weapon first available in immersive theater. Specific schedules will be updated through future announcements. Each version will add secret letters for one melee and one ranged weapon to the exchange shop, purchasable without limit using secret letter clues. Besides fixed rewards, secret letter clues now have the chance to drop from enemies in all commission gameplay, with rates increasing alongside your trial rank. Drop info has already been added in game. So it sounds like this is live already. That or there's an in-game post talking about it. However, this does clear up a lot of things and fix a lot of issues, as well as saying right here how after they're in the immersive theater, they will then be obtainable through Nocturnal Echoes. Once they get pushed out of Nocturnal Echoes, then that's when you can buy them in the exchange shop, like you can with a lot of characters currently. So every character right now that you look at that are available through Nocturnal Echoes will eventually be pushed through to the exchange shop in 3.5 versions, because that's when Psyche will end up being in the exchange shop, and she will be the newest one added to Nocturnal Echoes. So in about 3 versions, the ones that are available in the Nocturnal Echoes, you'll then be able to purchase. So you'll be able to get them, I guess, easier. So what it sounds like is when a character first comes out, that will be the easiest time to grind them and easiest, like most guaranteed way to get them. If you miss that window, then they'll be available through Nocturnal Echoes. And if I'm not mistaken, Nocturnal Echoes is the weekly challenge. You can claim 5 of them weekly, and so there's a drop rate for those secret letters, of course, during that. So you could do all 5 of your weeklies and then not obtain the character. So if somehow you're super unlucky and don't even get them the time that they're available in Nocturnal Echoes, they'll eventually be moved to the shop where you can then exchange your letter clues and then do the commissions that way. I feel like that is their way of FOMO in a way, because when I first heard the system, I was thinking, okay, well, they're available through immersive theater. If you end up missing that, it's not that hard to obtain the characters because you can just buy the secret letters with the secret letter clues. But there's that Nocturnal Echo like buffer period, and they're in there for a while. About 3.5 versions, it seems like. So it seems like that will be the hardest time to get them. So for 3.5 versions, a couple months, you'll have to wait until you can get a more like guaranteed way to obtain the character. I'm not sure if I like that, but it makes sense how that would be like their FOMO area, because then within that area, they're probably hoping that people will just, outright buy the character if they aren't able to get it. I'm assuming that's their thinking there. But also having here secret letter clues now have a chance. Oh yeah, it says now have a chance to drop from enemies in all commission gameplay. So it seems like that's live right now. That was also another issue, is because right now there's an abundance of secret letters, right? Because we're early game, we're unlocking things, we're leveling up, we're ascending characters, we're getting achievements and all that stuff. At some point, that's going to dry up, and people were starting to get worried about that and pointing that out. Now they'll drop from all enemies in commission gameplay. I'm not sure what the drop rates are. It says that the drop rate info has been added in game, so I'm assuming when you go to different commissions and you look at rewards, it'll show the secret letter clues and then give you the drop rates for that as well. And there might be an in-game post. So that sounds amazing. Now moving on to other key topics, server looping issues. Shortly after launch, some servers experienced reoccurring looping and lag. A fix was developed, deployed on the evening of October 28th, and we will continue to monitor network stability. Delayed purchases. Some users report not receiving purchase items promptly. We've issued missing items via backend. If you still haven't received yours, please contact our customer service. Controller support improvements. Some controller recognition and input issues are known. We have planned fixes in upcoming versions and are developing mobile controller adaptation. Crashes and progression blocks. We're aware of reports concerning crashes, update failures, stuck quests, co-op lag, and missing guides. Some issues have been fixed. Please refer to in-game patch notes, and others are still being traced and will be resolved gradually. We apologize for the inconvenience. Affected players may contact our customer support. So I'm glad that they're addressing co-op lag right there, because when I unlocked co-op, I did go into the main co-op area that already made the city even laggier than it was for me. But as well, going into like the commissions and stuff and matchmaking it got very laggy with 4 players on the team. Very, very laggy. So it's good to see that they're addressing that and fixing that. Hopefully that will fix the issues, but if not, then, go ahead and make sure and contact customer support, tweet at them, whatever you need to do, let them know if there's any issues you're having. I'm sure eventually they'll start rolling out like in-game surveys. So make sure to also update them on there with things like that. So coming up next with 4 new additions to the Foxine shop. By an online update, we have added the following items to the Foxine shop. We will continue to monitor your feedback regarding the shop's offerings. Commission Manual Volume 2, price Foxine. You get 30 of them, or it's cost 30 Foxine. Weekly purchase limit is going to be 12. So that's pretty good. Yeah, not much to say about that. That's just a good thing. Up next, as a token of our apology for issues since launch, we will send the following to all players via in-game mail: 10 prismatic hourglass, 200 secret letter clues, 5 commission manual volume 3s, and these will all be distributed today at 1800 UTC plus 8. I'm not sure what time that would be. Every time there's like military time, and then you get the UTC plus, I don't know. So just check the in-game mail. Maybe it's out now. Maybe it comes out later today. I'm not sure. Just keep an eye out for that. And then here's their closing message. As Pan Studio's first global release, self-developed game, Duet Night Abyss still has more to improve. Our team is already working on the most criticized issues with a clear goal to quickly fix global launch problems while preparing richer future content. We will continue gathering feedback and use Luno's Bulletin to keep you updated on optimizations and new developments. Our heartfelt hope is to grow together with you, Foxine Hunters, and to develop more engaging and polished experiences in the future. Thank you once again for your ongoing support, Duet Night Abyss team. So I think that is great to hear from them and how quickly they are with it, because the game did just come out 2 days ago. So to see this much communication already is great. I know that it is frustrating with a lot of games nowadays releasing in a more broken state. However, if you look at it, right, you have something like Cyberpunk 2077, which released in such a broken state, but that was released as a $60, maybe even $70, I can't remember, game release by a AAA studio. And that was broken. Not giving excuses, right? But this is their first globally released self-developed game. This is their first, again, globally released, first game to release in all regions that they developed themselves. So I would cut them a little slack, especially with how much they're listening so far and everything that they're doing to kind of fix their mistake. I don't like supporting or defending companies who release a game in a bad state. However, when it is a smaller developer and studio like this, I can let it go under the rug a little bit more, especially when they're as on top of it as they are. Now, if a month down the line, a lot of these issues aren't fixed, there's still a bunch of optimization issues, and then, all those things, then we can start talking about, yeah, maybe they're not listening. But currently, it seems very promising. But yeah, that'll be it for me, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.